Right, so I just want to have a public moan or a internet criticism of Kindle Direct Publishing. So I'm really not well at the moment. I've been about 10 days working on this project and it's right at the last bit, or what I think is the last bit. I'm not actually quite sure at the moment. No, it's not gone to plan. So that's what I'm moaning about today, because I found loads of videos online, telling you how to upload onto Kindle Direct Publishing and how it's dead easy. It's not. So first of all, here's my book, and this is an earlier copy of my book. I've had to edit this or trim it down quite a lot since this version, but for argument's sake, this is the book what I want to publish onto Kindle Direct Publishings, and I've done it on Papyrus Author. So it's taken me about 10 days to edit it all out, because I've watched a few videos on how to edit it, how to make a file which is on Papyrus Author into an EPUB so it can be uploaded onto Kindle Direct. And they've been saying stuff like, I've done 1,000 books before. I've done 1,000 books and never had to edit one single thing in the book. The program does it all itself. Now, I've done one book and had to edit thousands of things on it. The program does seem to be actually quite good, and I think it's because my book has got lots of like charts and illustrations on it, which has resulted in me having to edit the EPUB file quite a lot in order to make it to fit, in order to make it presentable to how I would like it. And it has taken quite a few years to write this book, so I am willing to spend a few extra days to get it right, because of the amount of time I've put into it prior to doing this. So that's what I've been doing, and I'm really tired now. I could probably do with a shave, but never mind. And I've got to the point where I want to upload it now onto Kindle Direct Publishing. Now, first of all, what I've got to do is create an account, and that's what I've been doing. Now, the first problem that I've been having is actually getting my international bank numbers. They weren't actually that easy to get, and one of the problems that I was having, it was that my bank kept referring me to a page on their website, and the page on their website says where to find your IBAN number, and then it doesn't actually tell you where to find your IBAN number. It just tells you what your IBAN number is, but that's not what I want. I want to actually find it out, so I've had to wait quite a few days while the Christmas period settles to ring them up to get these numbers. Now this is done, I've got to the final stage, which is verifying who I am, because I've got to verify with Kindle Direct Publishing's who I am. Now, I only have one ID. I don't drive, and I think the other ones that they would accept in was national ID card, which is something you have when you're 16, and I'm not 16. It's something you have before you can get a passport and before you can get a driving license. And it's practically useless, because it just tells a shop owner that you can't actually purchase alcohol or cigarettes. That's all it really does. You hand over your ID and the guy looks at the ID and says, yeah, you're not old enough, and it just instantaneously says that. So it's a pretty worthless ID, really. The other ones was I think that was it really. Passport, driving license, this national ID card, and I don't have any of them apart from a passport. And I've been uploading this passport, and it's been claiming that this beautiful British passport here, like you can see, British passport right there, and United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. No, that this British passport is not a British passport, but it quite clearly is a British passport because it says British passport at the top. And I got this beautiful British passport just a couple months ago now. See when it. So it was issued in August, this year, August 2024. So it's not that old, and it is a British passport, and all the information on it is correct. You know, that's one of the other things it was saying. It says the name, your name, and the name on this passport are two different names. And like, no, they're not. They're the same name. And they're saying it's not a British passport, but quite clearly it is a British passport. And I've done everything to try to get them to accept this passport. I've scanned it into a computer, and I've sent this scan to them. They says, yeah, that's not a British passport. Rather than, I don't want to give my details out, so just imagine that my pictures and all my details are there. So I've actually put it up to the camera and had the camera take a photo, and then sent them that as well. They says, yeah, that's not a British passport. I've changed my web browser and tried another web browser and done the same thing there. It will not accept it on that. I've then switched to a different computer. It will not accept it on that as well. It just will not accept that this beautiful British passport here, this black passport, you know, this pre-Brexit one, is a British passport. It will just not accept it. And after a while, it has knocked me off. And this is what it says. There used to be a box where it would want me to put in my ID, but now it has changed, and it says, what's happened to my account because you were unable to verify your identity. Sorry again, which is not true. I've been able to verify it. It's just you will not accept my verification, which is perfectly legitimate. You won't be able to access Kindle Direct Publishing's publishing features. Any books you've published will remain available for sale and you'll continue to earn royalties. If you believe this decision was an error, please share all relevant information for us to review. And it gives us a contact page. And I go on this contact page, and there's 6 options there. So it says account, bank, tax details, book publishing, formatting and publishing, management update, order books, Amazon store, payment report, and this Kindle. I'm sorry, I've not got my glasses on. Failure, I think it is. And none of the options here are, our system will not accept your perfectly legitimate passport. It's just not an option on there. So, as it's not an option on there, I've had to try and ring them up, but the problem is I can't get a phone number. And after a while of searching on the internet, I've been able to get a phone number, but not to them, but to the customer services. So I've rang them up, and I says, look, I'm not ringing up about an order. I'm ringing up about Kindle Direct Publishing, hoping to get passed through to them. And they says, right, we've sent you a link, and you can get through to them on this link. I went, right, okay. And the link is to this page here, which is no help whatsoever. So I'm basically stuck at the moment, and when I've said that to him, I've said, look, this page is not helpful whatsoever. It's no, out of the 6 options on there which you can have a problem with, what I'm having a problem with is not one of them 6 options, so it's no help to me. And it just says, look, that's all we can do because we're just customer services and you want Kindle Direct Publishing. I went, yeah, that's exactly who I'm trying to get in touch with now. But it's it's just so frustrating. Like I said, I've been on this project now for the past 10 days, or I've been trying to finish this project for the last 10 days, and it's just not gone that well. So yeah, this is my little rant about Kindle Direct Publishing. It's not that easy because it's run by a computer, and anything run by computers is not that easy, but apparently we should allow AI to take over the world and we should have electric cars and all that nonsense as well. But yeah, we're saying that, let's just end it here. My internet rant about Kindle Direct Publishing and Sayonara.